Hey everybody, Cool Guys Nation, Josh and Aaron here. We are in the parapet, the crow's nest, the highest point of Valhalla. We have been spending the entire day here. Our first day, it's been amazing. We are about to introduce you to a new game called Arena Rex. We're going to be going through the rules as well as playing the game so you can get a feel for how it goes.
Yeah, we're going to be starting off with 2 starter boxes, so we're going to be playing against each other, each with 3 combatants from 2 different starter boxes, so you can kind of see what you'll get in the starter box and how the game plays. Here is the table that we're going to be playing on. So this is an Arena Rex mat from Arena Rex. This is about $45 retail, and we've added some terrain to it. So the play area is the circle within this mat. These walls here are impassable. Actually, they're going to count as hazards in the game. I'll go through that in just a moment. We've decided to add some terrain to the board, and what we have out here is 2 different types of hazards. So these 4 pillars are considered hazards. What happens is if you push your opponent into them, they gain a fatigue level. The one in the middle, this is was printed by one of our friends, Doug, and this is going to be a lethal hazard. So what this is going to represent is a pitfall with spikes at the bottom. If you get pushed into this, if you touch the edge of this, your combatant is dead. It marks all of their wound boxes, triggers all of their death effects, and then the model is removed from the game. Today I am bringing a cohort, and a cohort is the group of models that you're going to be playing with in the game. We have set a 3 combatant limit, which works out great because we're using a starter set here, so we're both going to have 3 combatants. I'm going to be playing the Moratori. Moratori are Egyptian-esque. They have special abilities. If you bring 75% or more of the same gladiators, they get to benefit from their faction benefits. With Moratori, the passive ability is during the clear phase, they clear all of their fatigue, and you'll learn more about fatigue while we're playing. They also can use Cleopatra's Gift. They spend 2 favor, and they immediately trigger the death effect on their cards. Moratori have a special ability. They basically have a sort of death rattle, that when they die, they have a special ability that happens. The last one is you can do 2 damage to a friendly model to earn 2 favor, and you can only use that once per clear phase. The models that I have here going, starting here, we've got Zara, Urkek, and Mago. Cards look like this. You'll notice at the top there's a series of numbers. The first one is move, that's how many inches they can move. Their attack, that's how many dice they roll when they're attacking another opponent. And they have a defense. So when they get attacked, they do an opposing roll, and they get to roll that many defense dice versus their opponent's attack dice. And you're basically looking to cancel out successes. Successes are on a 4+. And then finally armor. You subtract that number from the final damage that is dealt to your model from an attack. This is what the damage tree looks like. So for every success you get over what the defender's defense successes were, you apply these numbers down the tree. Now, they sometimes have branches. So you can see here, I could either start with 2 damage, or I can start with a push and 1 damage. And then I follow down the tree. Now, this guy only has 1 way to go, but there are some others that actually have multiple ways to go. So in Urkek's case, I can start on one side here, and then I can branch off either way here if I need a push or if I want to do more damage. Additionally, at the bottom, they have their damage track. Right above their damage track, it also notes any special effects they might have, so you can take a look at them on the other side so you don't forget that they have them. As you take damage, you'll mark boxes here, and you'll notice that some of these boxes have special symbols. Most of the special symbols that will be in the boxes as you mark them off for wounds will be favor. You'll get a favor dice if you hit that favor mark. And you can actually, if you take enough damage, get multiple favor in a round. The last one on the Moratori are all a death trigger ability, which I kind of talked about a little while ago. We can take a look at the back of the card. They have 3 different traits typically. Some have more, some have a little bit less. But each card explains what everything does, and it makes it really easy. You only have a few combatants. They only have a couple of rules on the back, and everything else is really self-explanatory.
For the army that I'm going to be playing in this starter game, I have also selected a starter set. We have a 3 combatant limit, and the starter box contains 3 models. I'm going to be playing the army called Ludus Magnus, and my 3 models are Marcus, Mycon, and Inflex. We already went over all of the move characteristics and how that works for the other army, but I will let you know that Marcus is a move 6, attack 5, defense 3 with armor 1. My big guy in the middle, my cone, my heavy hitter, is move 5, attack 6, defense 3, armor 0. And Inflex is move 7, attack 6, defense 1, armor 0. And we'll go over their attack trees and their special maneuvers as we start the game. Items that you're going to need to play the game is D6, your player cards, a sleeve for your card, as well as a dry erase marker so that you can track your wounds and damage and then erase it for the next game. A tape measure, tokens for your fatigue level, which comes with your models, and some sort of counter for your favor dice.
After you've got your models, the cohort that you're going to be playing, and you have your field that you're going to be playing, you're also going to pick what scenario you're going to be playing. Typically, you'll just work this out with your partner that you're playing with, but if you're in a tournament, they might already have some preordained ones. When you pick your scenario, it also depends on how many models you're fielding and if you have access to any Titans, because some of them require Titans to play. The one we're going to be playing today is called Immunis, which is the classic match evolved from Funeral Traditions. It's a standard combat between equally matched cohorts. So we're going to be playing 3 combatants versus 3. Deployment, both of our armies are going to be, our cohorts are going to be placed at the edge of the arena on each opposite sides. And there's no restrictions on what can be brought. The last player standing is going to be the winner of this game. So the way we decide who's going to be going first and who deploys first is we are going to have a roll-off. I have 6. I'm going to go ahead and take the first turn. So what happens is I'm going to set up my models. They're going to have to be touching the edge of the board within 1 inch of another model from the cohort. And after I'm done, then your opponent sets up.
Now I have this weird gate here.
Yeah.
So
it's just the edge of that right there. Yeah, that's fine.
Like here?
No, inside that. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So we have now set up.
And that's deployment. Additionally, you start with 3 favor dice for each player. Now these favor dice can be added to an attack or defense roll. If you get a success, which is a 4-up, instead of adding 1 success to the roll, it adds 2 success to the roll. In addition, some models have different ways to use favor, and during a clear phase, you can also use favor depending on your benefits that you have from your cohort, and then additionally from any special characters that you have. So we both got our 3 favor dice set up on each side of our board.
So, for example, the Ludus Magnus army is built around favor dice. Its passive ability is gladiator models in your cohort earn 1 favor dice if, during an attack or counterattack, they reach the bottom of their damage tree and still have 1 or more unapplied net successes. Their other passive ability is that I can spend up to 3 favor dice per turn, which is pretty baller. And then their last ability is models in your cohort gain a fatigue, earn 1 favor. This tactic may only be used once per clear turn.
The start of the game is going to happen now. I've already rolled off to go first, so I'm going to activate my first model. The way that the turn goes is you're going to choose a model to activate during that turn, and then you get to clear 1 fatigue level from another model. Since there's no models that are fatigued, I'm going to go ahead and move my 4 inches with Urkek to here. And I am going to let you react. So he can react from my move, my first action of the turn. He can react by taking the fatigue level and putting it next to his character. So he can actually go ahead and take a move reaction if you would like now.
I would not like to.
Okay. I am going to actually make another 4-inch move with Urkek, and I'm going to put 1 fatigue counter. So you get your first move for free. Your second move, attack, or anything else is going to raise your fatigue level by 1. I've done that by moving twice.
Players move 1 model at a time, and then they go back and forth. So now it is my turn, and similarly, I'm going to move my big baddie. His name is my cone, and I have a move of 5. So I'm going to move his 5 threatening his guy. And then I'm going to do... Oh, would you like to react?
I will react. So I'm going to react with Zara. She's going to go ahead and make a 6-inch move. And she's going to come over here and she will also get a fatigue counter.
Now that he's done reacting, I'm going to double move my guy. And I'm going to give him a fatigue counter.
My turn. I'm going to go ahead and clear 1 fatigue off. And then I'm going to move my next combatant here, 5 inches. Would you like to react to that?
Yes. I'm going to react by activating Marcus and moving his 6 inches. And I'm going to add a fatigue to him.
It flips back to me. I'm going to remove 1 fatigue. And I am going to move Zara. She's going to move up 6 to here. Would you like to react to that?
No.
Okay. And I'm going to be finished with her.
Start of my turn, I'm going to clear a fatigue. And then Felix is going to move, and he has a move of 7 because he's quick like a bunny. He's going to come up this way. Now, he has a special ability called Swift that says only models with Swift may react to this model's first action for each activation, which means that Josh, in this particular case, cannot react to my movement.
Unless you take another action.
Unless I take another action, which I'm not going to do. So now all of our models have moved from both armies.
Correct.
What happens?
That's it. Nothing. We just keep playing the same way. I'm going to be activating Urkek again. He's going to move to here. Would you like to react?
Yes, I would like to react. I am going to react with my cone. And I'm going to make his move of 5 inches over to here. And I'm going to give him one of those.
Great. I am going to activate Urkek's second move and move him to here.
And now it's my turn.
Correct.
So I'm going to clear.
Mm-hmm.
And can I activate him?
Can't activate someone who has had a fatigue or exhaustion.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to activate Felix, which has a movement of 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that gets me within an inch of you.
Mm-hmm.
So we are now engaged in combat.
That's correct.
Now in order to attack, I have to use a fatigue, correct?
Correct.
So I'm going to do that.
And I couldn't react to that with him, but I could react to somebody else, but right now I'm not going to.
To the attack, you mean?
The attack, right.
Yeah. So I have an attack of 6, which means I need 66.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my special ability, and I'm going to add all 3 favor to this attack.
Okay.
Now, in order to make successful attacks, I need 4s.
Correct. And it's an opposed roll, so
now each of these count as 2.
Correct. And I've got 2 successes.
So I have a total of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
Minus 2 becomes 6 successes.
Minus 2 becomes 6, and that takes us to the damage tree. Because I have 6 successes, my tree is a total of 5 long. I have 2 directions I can go, and I'm going to be going down the damage direction instead of the push direction, but my passive ability activates immediately, which is if during an attack or counterattack they reach the bottom of their damage tree and still have 1 or more unapplied net successes, I earn 1 favor back. So I have 1 favor back in my pool because my total tree is only 5 long and I have 6 successes. Do the first one, which is 3. Then I'm going to do
the
reposition, but I'm not going to move out of combat. I'm just going to move a little bit over here. And you take another damage.
4.
4. Now you're going to take another 3.
7.
You take another 3.
10.
You can take another 3.
13.
Yep.
And I have an armor of 1, so I will take 12 damage.
And what is your total life?
I have 2 left, and I also gain 2 favor.
That ends my model's turn.
To take a look at... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and maneuver Zara to here. Would you like to react? You can react with your big guy.
I am not going to respond because I don't want all my models to have fatigue.
Zara is going to take a fatigue.
And don't forget to clear your fatigue.
Yep, thank you. She's going to make an attack, so I'm going to have 6, and then I'm going to add 2 favor.
Are you allowed to add more than 1 favor a turn?
2 is the max you're allowed to add.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to go ahead and add those. Did you want to roll your defense dice?
Yes, sorry. So I have 1 successful defense.
And I have 5 here, so that'll bring me to 4.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push you directly away, 1 inch.
1 inch.
So can you measure that?
And now we are 2 inches away, which I don't know if that matters.
And then I get to move up after the push.
1 inch. So
Yep.
we're still an inch away.
Yep. And then I'm going to push you again, 1 inch away.
I assume you want to push me towards that?
Yep. Well, it has to be directly away.
It has to be directly away. Okay. Now you follow up an inch?
Yep. Follow up the inch, and then I get to reposition, and then I'm going to push you 1 additional inch into the pit.
Yep, that takes me right into the pit.
Now what happens is you fill up his entire damage bar and gain all that favor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage total, and he gets 3 favor, taking me to 4.
And then Zara is going to activate 1 more time, and she is going to run away.
It is my turn. The first thing I'm going to do is clear my fatigue. And then I'm going to activate my cone. And he's going to take his first action to move within an inch. Would you like to react?
Nope.
And I'm going to place a fatigue and start my attack. Now, I have a very interesting rule called reversal. It's this model may resolve its damage tree effects in reverse order. What's cool about that is normally it's push, 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 and then I can either pick a super attack or 4 damage. So I am going to be using reversal because I only need to do 2 damage to him in order to kill him.
And I am going to actually react to the attack to do a counterattack.
Okay, so he is going to be doing his counterattack. Why don't you explain how that works?
So a counterattack is a way to get a stronger defense. In addition, if I make more successes than he does, I get to use my damage tree against him rather than the other way around. I am going to be adding 2 favor dice to the counterattack.
And I'm going to be adding 3. So we roll our dice off. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And I only have 3.
So I win.
Yep, you have 4 successes.
I have 4 successes, which I could use my Atlas throw and generate a favor, but I don't want to because I just want to kill him. So I'm going to choose 4 damage.
It's the push. Oh, it's just 4 damage.
Just 4 damage.
Okay, so 4 damage will kill him. However, I need that marker. He is going to make an attack against you now with his death thing. His death ability says this model makes an attack.
When he dies.
When he dies. So I get to make an attack against you.
Okay.
So I have 6 dice and looking for 4s. So you get to roll your defense dice still.
I'm going to add my last favor to the defense die.
Okay.
I only have 1 success.
And I have 2, so I'm going to go ahead and do 5 damage to you. And then Urkek is out of the game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that does bring me to my next favor. So a new favor goes into the pool. That makes it my turn. No, it's your turn now.
My turn now.
Yeah.
I am going to head and activate Mago. Mago is going to move up his 5. Would you like to react to that?
No.
Okay.
Now, you did forget to clear your fatigue.
Actually, I didn't, because when they're exhausted, I cannot take it off unless it's in a clear phase.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So now that model is just stuck?
Out in the wind, baby, out in the wind.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm going to make a second move, and I'm going to move to here. Actually, we'll move right there.
Not into combat.
Not into combat.
Okay. Which brings it to my turn. Clear. I mean, I do want to attack you, obviously. Movement of 6. We're going to stay away from the pit. Lesson learned. moving over here. And we are going to fatigue him to move again. And we're going to bring him up like so. Now it is your turn.
I'm going to hit the clear phase
Okay.
because all of mine are done. Now my Moritari benefits let me clear all of my fatigue.
Okay, as opposed to?
Just one level. So if this is a normal one, it would go to fatigue from exhausted.
Okay.
And I cannot use... I guess I can damage one of these guys. I'm going to damage Zara for 2 to gain 2 favor. And then I am...
Because you're in a clear phase, you get no actions.
Correct. I can just use my tactics and what I'm done. So
Okay. I'm going to clear this fatigue. And then I'm going to move here. Do you have a reaction?
it's a good question. I do not.
Okay. I'm going to use my second action and a fatigue in order to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a reaction?
I am going to use a counter attack.
Okay. I'm going to be adding 1 favor to my attack. And 2, 3, 4.
And I have 3, so you have 1.
So I have 1. I'm going to use, I only have 1 attack. I'm going to use reverse order, and I'm going to use my star move, which is Atlas Throw. So first of all, it generates a favor, which is nice. And now I need to roll D3 inches, and I get 1. And now it's simply a push. So I get to move it anywhere.
It's a reposition, which is even cooler.
I get to move your model, though.
Yep, anywhere within 1 inch.
Anywhere within 1 inch. So I'm going to bring him 1 inch closer to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can follow up.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just move like that.
Okay. And that does 1 damage.
And it does 1 damage.
But I have 1 armor, so I ignore that.
Okay. And that is the end of my turn.
I'm going to clear my fatigue. I'm going to activate Zara. She is going to move 3 inches away from Big Potato Man. And she's going to make an attack on Big Potato Man.
She can attack from 3 inches away?
She has a 3-inch melee on her activation.
Okay.
So she's going to roll her 6 dice. And you get to roll your defense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have 1 success so far.
So I was going to add a favor, even though I knew that
Okay.
before that, so I'm just going to roll the favor. So you have 1 success.
I have got nothing.
So that brings it back to my turn.
That's correct.
I'm going to remove my fatigue, and I'm going to move like this, and hopefully I don't get pushed back in here, but I want to push him over there. Do you have a response?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm going to attack. Do you have a response?
I am going to do my little counterattack.
Okay, I have no favor in my pool right now. I just get 6 dice.
I will add 2 favor to my pool.
Rolling off. I got 3, and you beat me.
And I've got 5. So
Okay.
I am going to do
2.
a push and follow up, keeping in melee range. And that will be 3 more damage, so 4 total damage minus your armor.
Minus armor from the total, not from each one, right?
Correct.
So I take 3. Okay. And it is your turn.
Oh, and you got to put your fatigue on that guy.
You are in a clear phase.
I am in clear phase, so we're going to go ahead and clear all of my stuff. I am going to go ahead and do 2 damage to my other friend to get 2 favor, and then I'm going to spend...
What do you mean 2 damage to your other friend?
2 damage to this guy for my Moritari benefit to gain 2 favor. That's all
Okay.
it is. And that is my turn.
Okay. I'm going to move
Mm-hmm.
and attack.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a response?
I'm going to counterattack,
Okay.
and I'm going to add a favor.
I figured you would. Oop, I only got 2.
And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So you do 3 to me.
So I'm going to actually do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you have to get pushed away 1 inch. 6, you push away, I'll follow up.
Now, did you just move more than an inch away from him?
No, I'm staying in with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 3 more, 9 damage.
You only have 3 above me.
Oh, I have 3. Okay, I'm sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. May I have the pen?
Mm-hmm. And he has no armor.
And that will give me a favor into my pool. Correct. It is your turn, and I needed to clear his fatigue. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to activate Zara after removing his fatigue. Zara is going to move to here. And she is going to attack. And she will add a favor to the attack.
Okay. I got 2.
I also have 2.
So no attack.
And then I'm going to exhaust to attack one more time.
Okay. I got 2 again. You got 3, 4.
4.
So 2.
So the first one is going to be a drag towards me, 1 inch.
It's a push, I thought.
So she can do either or, a push or a drag.
Okay.
And then she'll do it one more time for 1 more damage.
Straight towards you.
Yep. And then she is going to do a reposition.
You only get 2. You only get 2.
Yes.
So you don't get the reposition.
I don't.
You dragged
You're right.
twice.
Okay. Yeah, that was bad. So 2 damage.
Yep.
She gonna die.
I get another favor.
Yeah.
I'm going to clear him, and I'm going to activate him for an attack. Now, you only get a free move. An attack is always a fatigue. Mm-hmm. And you are completely exhausted, so you cannot counter.
You add 1 to it, actually.
She dragged me out of this combat. I am now within combat range. Moving is free. I'm not going to move. Instead, I'm going to attack. Now, because she is exhausted, she cannot counterattack, but she still does get her defense die. And I am going to add both of my favor. So 4, 5, 6, 7.
Plus 1 for exhausted is 8.
So 8. I need to use my passive ability, which gives me 1 favor because I went past my tree. Then you're going to take 2 damage, 4 damage, 3 damage. Then I'm going to reposition. You're going to take 1 more damage, and I'm going to push you 1 inch into the pit.
And then she dies. I'm going to get 2 favor, and then he is pushed 2 inches directly away from me.
So we are at a slight angle.
Yep.
We go over here.
So I activate Last Man Standing, which means every time it's my turn, it's a clear phase, and I get to attack with use my model's actions. So I'm going to go ahead and say, can you measure to see if we are in range?
We are outside of an inch.
Okay.
Which was my intention.
I am okay. I'm going to make an attack against your big man.
Okay. And I am going to counterattack.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my once per game ability that when I take a fatigue, I get to generate a favor die.
All right. I'm going to add 2 favor to my roll.
I'm going to be adding 2 favor to my roll as well. Ooh, not good. I only got 1.
I have 6.
Look at that. That was terrible.
That'll take me all the way down my tree. The first one is a push, 1 inch. 1 damage.
Now, when you move... All right, never mind.
Then 3 damage. Then a push.
1 damage. And then 3.
And then 1.
Okay, and he dies.
Okay.
And I don't think anything happens when he dies.
And then you activate Last Man Standing.
Now I activate Last Man Standing, which means I get to clear.
Yep.
And I get a move. And I'm going to come around like this.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to attack. 4, 5. Okay. Oh, and I gained a favor. I'm going to add a favor.
Okay. So
1. Not
and
good.
I have 1 as well, so that cancels
Nothing
it out.
happens. Your turn.
So I clear. I'm going to go ahead and make an attack. Actually, I'm going to move. I'm going to move to this side of you.
Okay.
And then I will make my attack. You can't react, so 6.
I generate a favor.
From
Whenever an enemy model engaged in this model removes fatigue, this model generates 1 favor.
Oh, nice. Okay. You get to roll your defense dice.
Oh, okay. I'm going to use my favor. Oops. And I have 3.
Okay, so I get 2. And 2 will be a push. Actually, no, I'll just do 5 damage to you.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1 life left.
I'm going to make
and
another
I gain
attack.
2 favor.
I'm going to exhaust myself.
Okay.
To make another attack. Now, how many have you spent this turn now?
I get to spend up to 3.
And you spent 1 last time?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
2, 4, 2, 3,
I only
4,
have 3.
5.
I have 3, so that's it.
Whew, I live to fight another day. So I'm going to clear this. And now I'm going to attack you. Hopefully, better than last time. I have 3 successes.
I have 1, so you have 2.
I have 2. How much life do you have left?
I have 9 life left.
Okay, so I believe that you are about to win the game. But I will do 4 damage to you.
All right. Is that with a -1, or is that...
That's just the total damage I'm doing.
Okay, I'll generate a favor. Would you like to attack again?
I might as well.
Okay.
I might as well go exhausted. There's no point in that. So
actually, I'm sorry, you get 1 more thing down there if you want. You can do another 3 if you'd like. Because I forgot I'm exhausted, you get a +1 to hit me. A +1 success.
All right, so because he was fatigued, I got +1, and I did a total of 7 damage to him. Now I'm going to attack again for my fatigue. I haven't done it. I haven't rolled that yet. And you get your defense. Oh my goodness!
2 successes.
And I get nothing.
My turn, I clear, and I'm going to buy an attack.
Sure.
By the way, you gain a favor because I cleared.
Oh, okay. Defense 3 plus this.
I've got 3.
I've got
3.
4.
4? Okay.
3. I have 3.
And then I will buy another attack.
Okay. Ooh, I got 3.
Are you kidding me? I've got 4 though.
Okay, how much damage you do?
How much is it? 1? 2 damage.
And I only have 1 left. I am out.
Good game, sir.
Good game, sir. Man! You
what?
won. You won.
By a dice roll.
Barely.
Basically.
By like a couple dice rolls. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, we made some mistakes, obviously. We forgot to clear some things. And when you thought you were about to push me into the pit, that was just...
We did get to kick people in the pits.
Yeah,
all
we
of
did.
300.
That was great. We were like, oh, I'm going to pull you over here and pull you over here, and I'm going to move around and be like, wait a minute, dude. You only had 2 successes there. What are you doing? And he's like, uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
So yeah, that didn't work very well.
It didn't work, but it was very fun. I liked it a lot. I'm really excited to get my models painted up and to 3D print some cool terrain to go around our mat. It's going to be excellent.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I like this stuff that we had today, but it's going to be even better when we get some more stuff.
Absolutely. So if you liked Arena Rex, go out and look for some models. It's not going to replace any of our 40K content. It's going to be in addition to our 40K content. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit that bell if you never want to miss an update. And if you want to take your patronage to the next level, join our Patreon page, absolutely. There's going to be a portion of our next narrative campaign that's going to be for Patreon members only. And of course, you also get the Cool Guys Nation dice and the cups and some other stuff that's coming soon that we've been talking about for a long time but still haven't told you, but I promise we will. Until next time, this has been Aaron, Josh, and... Arun sitting on the other side of the table from the Cool Guys Nation. We'll see you on the tabletop.
In Valhalla.
In Valhalla!